Hello and welcome to Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Pisces. If Pisces is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so this is a bonus reading for Pisces. And we have the 6 of Wands today. Never sad to see the 6 of Wands. It definitely has an energy of victory, of accomplishment, of being, what's the word? Of being witnessed and praised and honored and beloved and all of these kinds of things. You can see in the card here, we have somebody who is a dancer. It looks like maybe ballet. It looks like a ballet tutu, holding flowers, taking a bow. And so we have this sense of accomplishment, performing well in your own life, within your duties, and being recognized for that. Here comes TT. Now, our house is wild today. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. This will come out on Mother's Day. So, happy Mother's Day in America. I know it happens on different days in different countries, but today in America it is Mother's Day. Or, yes, on Sunday. And today is Saturday when I'm filming. I film the day before usually. And so we have all kinds of stuff going on. We have some stuff happening outside. We have my acquired mother is over here. My acquired father visiting. We're having a little meal later. I think they are probably here by now. I've been working, so I can hear the sounds upstairs. And TT is all riled up. So we have just a vibrant energy going on here. Plus, it's beautiful. Plus, listen, I was up super late last night watching the Northern Lights. Were you watching them? Did you see them? They were gorgeous. And these solar emissions just absolutely have us all wild, right? I can feel it. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. It really helps the channel. That's a big thing, okay? Also, if you like the videos, hit the little like button or also leave a comment. I want to hear from you anyways. I love hearing from each and every one of you that leaves a little comment. I read all of them. They mean a lot to me. So right here we have a person in a carriage, or maybe, what is it called? A chariot. It looks like a chariot more than a carriage being pulled. And so to me, we know the chariot really is a sign of really working hard, right? Going full force ahead. Now, with the 6 of Wands, this makes sense to me because you have come to this place of really being seen, your work being seen, noticed, right? So within the job you're doing, your career field, maybe you are somebody like myself, you create content or you have, some kind of creative outlet. You're being noticed, right? People are looking, they're seeing, they're liking what they see. Okay, so this is a great sign. This also means usually some monetary value, right? So if you're doing real well at work and they're starting to take notice, yeah, you're going to be making some more money probably, hopefully getting a raise, finding a position within the company that you've been looking for. So this is a time that it's what we like to call the come up, right? You're doing well, you're doing really well. And I love to see that energy. I love it. Okay, so now we have a person here who is riding a horse. You can see the head of the horse, you can see the body, the legs, you can see the person up here. If you're hearing banging, I'm sorry, they're installing some rocks. I don't know, for like drainage or something. Listen, I don't know what the heck's going on half the time around here. I have no idea. I just say, okay. So if you're hearing some banging, that's what that is. So don't worry about that. So we have, yes, we have the horse. And so the horse with a person on top of it almost looks like kind of standing on top of the horse, like a, like somebody in the rodeo or like in the carnival or the circus or something like that. And to me, it feels like with the horse, absolute power, right? Just this virility, this vitality, the energies, fire energies, right? And we have the wands, so we know we're in that fire zone. Burning passion, excitement, doing the dang thing. Now we have the person on top, so it's like you are mastering this energy. You are putting it to use. You are letting it flow through you, and it is awakening parts of yourself that maybe have been long forgotten. Okay? Now, I think a lot of this has to do with creativity, but, you know, in esoteria, a coded word, creativity can also be sensuality, right? The flowing of the sexual energies through us, okay? So I feel like this is another aspect of what's going on here. And that makes sense. When I am doing well in my life, right? And I don't just mean money. Yeah, money is fine. That's good. We all love a little bit of money. To get the bills paid. It feels okay to have that accomplished, right? But for me, it's like when I'm aligned with spirit, when I feel like I'm on task, I am getting all of my things done for the day. I have a little time to also do some of the stuff I want to do, things that I have been interested in, my my creative loves, and being able to indulge in some like music, or going for a nice stroll in the park, or whatever it is. When all this stuff comes together and I'm feeling confident about it, that's when that sensuality kind of comes out of me. And maybe that is well, I'm a Virgo, so that might be it. I have to get the list done, and then I'm like, okay, now I feel like I'm, looking good, feeling myself, but I feel like it's like a similar situation for you. The more that you kind of feel in control of the situation in your life, I'm not talking about anybody else, not trying to control other people or circumstances necessarily, but you feel in control of your own will, of your own authentic being. That's when it's like, yeah, I feel pretty dang good. I feel, a little extra beautiful, handsome, gorgeous, attractive. Because I'm here. I'm the master of my own reality. I am the architect of my own being. And that's an awesome feeling. I don't know about you, but it doesn't always, it's rarely like that, honestly. I mean, I'm just going to be real. So when it does align in this way, I feel like I am on top of the world. And so, seeing this, I feel like it's just like you are absolutely killing it. You are getting to that place where you've been hoping to get, right? And it's all coming together. Now, I also want to look at, and I saw this on this side. Now, we also have this anchor, okay? So I feel like, and let's see, we have a lion right here. We have an anchor right here. We have a person who's kind of balancing on one Oh, no, 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 no. I'm wrong. Let me see. We have a person that is dipping somebody. It looks like they're dancing. There's one. Here, let's see if I can get closer to this. There we go. One person here, and then we have a person who's kind of dipping this person. There's the head, the body. Here's the head, the body. Leg up, right? You can imagine dipping them back. So, yes, I feel like where there had been a sense of maybe even feeling tied down, stuck in maybe a relationship, a situation, you found yourself in love with somebody and, maybe got married or moved in together or whatever. And then it just things kind of, were good for a while. And then it started to turn into, just really mundane stuff. Life got in the way. Maybe you weren't working together on keeping the relationship kind of alive, right? Feeling like you're just kind of going through the days. And that's where that anchor, feeling really anchored to this place that you have ended up in, but not really knowing what to do about it, right? Maybe trying couples therapy, maybe, trying different things to get it more interesting and spending time together and whatever. Well, now I feel like there is a sense of this kind of renewal. I think that some circumstances kind of changed. Now, this could be that, maybe you had young kids. They've gotten older. Maybe they're a little more independent. Maybe you've had a child grow up and they're, going off to college, or they are themselves are adults now. They have grandkids, or you have grandkids, and they have children now. But maybe it's something else. Maybe there had been some kind of health issue, or work was so busy. Maybe you've retired and you're together more often. Something core to this situation. Now here on the other side of it, it could be that the relationship is over. You've separated, you've divorced, you've moved on. I'm not saying that's for sure what's happening, but either way, okay, something has changed fundamentally. And now I'm seeing that we have this lion energy again with that fiery kind of sensual, I can just imagine passion. Now we have people dancing, embracing, a person being dipped. It feels like courtship, romance, being close together, laughing, enjoying, going out and having a nice meal and going dancing or coming home and dancing in the kitchen together or whatever it is, right? It just feels like your life it's full in a way that it hasn't felt in a long time. Okay. And if this isn't how it is right now, I feel like this is where your kind of intentions are being set. This is what you want for yourself. And I think that, you're getting to a place where you're really unwilling to settle for anything else. So it's kind of like we're either going to work on this and figure it out, or something, it's not going to continue like this, right? Because you're doing the work with yourself already. I feel like there's a lot of love for self for Pisces this last 6 months or so. A lot of it, I think, has come to be because you've been doing so well in your career or work or creative work. I feel like you're getting really confident. Now, it's not a prideful thing. That's not what it is. I don't think that all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm making some more money, so I'm too good for you, or I'm going to make these demands because, you know, now people are paying attention to me. It's none of that. That's not what this energy is. This is a energy of I've lifted myself up out of the kind of rut that I had been in. The universe is flowing through me, right? Me and spirit are best buds. And now it's time for me to continue to strive for what I feel like I need in my life, right? And I'm going to make that happen. I am a manifester. I am a person of, you know, great authority in my own path. I am a person who is willing to, you know, do the dang thing. And I'm not willing to just kind of sit around and hope that it happens. Not any longer. I'm going to make sure this is it. This is my time. And so, a beautiful energy. Now, we also have over here a person with a bow and arrow, okay? So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, yeah, this is kind of like that shot of love. This is that, you know, that thing that just wakes you up. All of a sudden, I'm in it. I'm in it. You know, have you ever like gone through a period of time where maybe you've been kind of depressed, melancholy, blue, right? Maybe not to the point where you really were super recognized it. Maybe you thought, yeah, I'm feeling a little more tired. I don't really have the will or motivation to like do extra things, to like go out, or, you know, that kind of this idea of like you get invited to somewhere and you're like excited until you actually have to get up and get ready and go, and you're like, ugh, I don't really want to do this. And then at some point you start to wake up every day and you start thinking, I am so happy to like meet this day. I can't wait to see what unfolds. I want to be proactive and make things happen for myself. I'm not going to wait, I'm not going to wait anymore. And you start to look back a few months ago, a year ago, whatever, and you think, I was depressed, I think. I think that was depression maybe going on. Nobody could tell me that at the time. But now I look back and I think, yeah, there are all the signs there that maybe I wasn't feeling so much myself as I thought. And so I think that there's kind of this feeling of lifting up and being open and receptive to receiving the love that you want, right? And I think that, this is the universe working with you, saying, yeah, here it is, coming your way. Okay, so we have MR. MR, if you have anybody with MR, maybe a name. Hear my daughter up there yelling. She's been so excited. She's learning how to ride a bike with Dad. Oh, and I have a video I'm going to post of them going exploring last night. It's so cute. And if you, I'm talking about my husband here, her father, my daughter's father. His name is Paul, and he is the wonderful tarot reader over at Dove and Serpent Tarot. I know a lot of you already know him, but if you haven't seen his work, go over there and check him out. I always try to mention him. I know everybody already, he has so many subscribers and people who are devoted to his work. And, a lot of you do come over from there, and I appreciate you. So I'm like, but then I'm like, if they go from here to there, they might not ever come back. He's so good. He's so good. And so, but that's all right. That's all right. Let's see. So let's take a look over here. I'm going to take this and be careful because we got a lot of water. So we have a star. We have an A right here, capital A. And a bow. We also have what looks like a deer. Oh, and another one leaping over here. Okay, so the star is your goal, long-term goal. If you can think about standing outside at night, looking at a distant star and thinking, you know, one day I hope that and then, you know, whatever your hopes are, this is that star. And I feel that with all of this energy here, it's important that you recall, you bring up those long-term goals and dreams, and you start really applying some of this wonderful energy you have flowing through your life to those long-term goals. Even the things that are just like, you know, I want to go to Malta, really. I don't know. I've always wanted to go to Malta and Prague. Prague is the other one. But I want to go to Malta because of the remains of a fertility temple and a solar, is it solar or lunar? Now I can't remember. Anyways, there are ancient temples there. I don't know what it is. I've always dreamt about going to Malta since I was in my early 20s. So this is a goal that I have. It's not the most important goal of my life, but it's one that I want to work towards, right? So maybe this is a goal kind of like that. Maybe there's a place in the world that you want to go to. Maybe there's a thing that you want to try. You know, with this energy accumulating in your life, I feel like it's a good time to start kind of planning on maybe trying to achieve some of those dreams, okay? Now, the A, I feel like it's a name. Again, we have MR over here and we have A over here. I think these are two different people. Now, actually, this A one, I feel like maybe has transitioned. This maybe is somebody who has passed away already. And now, I feel like they are related to the deer for some reason. This is a person that maybe went hunting. This is maybe a person that liked to sit outside and watch wildlife. Maybe they had a lot of deer statues around their house. Something, an outdoors person for sure. And I feel like they're sending you signs here. I think that you are seeing a lot of symbolism of deer, maybe even seeing deer in real life. It depends on where you live, right? If you're in the middle of the city, maybe not. If you're like me out in the country, yeah, you probably will. You just saw a little young doe the other day out in the backyard, just hanging out at like 6 in the morning. And I thought, my goodness, take me with you. I want to go spend the day with you. I want to go see what you do all day. And, you know, so it could be something like that. Let's see, what else? We have the bow. So I kind of feel like maybe this is even a person that's coming through. They're sending you signs. It seems like maybe their birthday's coming up, or maybe some kind of anniversary. And I think that you've been thinking about them, and they've been thinking about you. They've been here with you even. So I feel like there is this sense of confirmation that, yeah, I've been sending those deer to you. You're seeing them all over the place. You're seeing pictures of them, and people are talking about deer and, you know, all this kind of stuff. And that's on purpose. This is your person, this A name. They're sending out this energy so that you might receive them, okay? Now, we're going to go ahead. Right over here, I'm going to get out the wild offering oracle, a 52 card deck on giving it all to God. And these are beautiful cards. I'm still getting used to their size. They're really big, but they're so gorgeous. I'm used to the little, and they're really actually not super, super big, although this is kind of a standard tarot size, and you can see they're wider, okay, but they're very lovely. And I'm just gonna go ahead, we'll flip through, we'll stop where it feels right. Okay, and I'll flip it over, it says work. Okay, here we go. I am now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. Use me to relieve suffering on this planet. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. The divine will always provide. The universe always provides. If we know it or not, it provides. So it sounds like you're doing some kind of work that is of service to others. And that is so important to our spiritual path. You know, I am in recovery, right? And for substance abuse. And I have been for almost 10 years. I'm rounding up a little bit less, right? But I round things off. I've been saying I'm 40 since I was 35. I'm like, I'm about 40 years old. So I'm just one of those, I just kind of round it off there. Probably because I can't remember. I just had my recovery birth date is what we call it in 12-step, and I had to go back and count the years because I forget. I had 8 years this year, by the way. Anyways, I learned when I went into recovery that one of the most important principles of finding any kind of way to live a meaningful life, a life that is whole and holistic and healing and, just of worth, in my opinion, is that you have to be of service to people. All right. That's not to say that you are walked on or you kind of give away your time to any old person. But no, we do have to be with people, to volunteer our time, to share our time, to, let people in to some degree. Right. And I've talked on here a lot. If you've watched my readings for any amount of time, I talk about this a lot. The problem with loneliness in this world, especially with people who are older. Okay, there's a lot of people who get into those older years and they just, the world has changed and people in their families are busy with a million things, or they've lost a lot of their family that they lived a lot of their life with. Their parents are probably gone, maybe their siblings, their spouse, their kids have maybe even passed or whatever. You find a lot of people out here who have nobody, right? Or they have very few people, and who they have, they don't see that often. And so I'm very passionate about this in particular with older people. Mostly because I've spent a lot of my life with older people. I grew up with my great-grandma and my grandmother. My grandmother had Alzheimer's. And so I kind of watched how horrific that was for her. And now my acquired mother, who I'm spending the day with, she has recently been diagnosed as well. And it's something I could cry right now. I'm not going to let myself. I'm not going to get all into my feelings before I go be with my family. But, I just think that being with people in a way that, and listen, it could be animals, it could be nature. Maybe you're out there like cleaning up the parks or You know, planting things, reintroducing native plants to your area, whatever it is. not to add any you know, propaganda here, but native plants. And you know, to be of service, it is something that it ends up being one of the only fulfilling things. You could work day and night, make $1 million bazillion, which is cool, you know. Live in a castle on the hill, put walls up and security up, and, you know, keep everybody out of your life, and swim in your coins like Scrooge McDuck. I'm sure that's, you know, somewhat fun, I guess. But I don't know, you know, when in those last moments of your life when you're drifting off, is this what you're going to think about? I don't know about that. I'm getting emotional. But I do think that, you know, you think about the people. Oh, Lenor, dang it. You think about the people that you've had those, you know, those beloved, oh, Jesus. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Geez. Yeah, and with Jesus too, of course. Spending time with that guy for sure. But, you know, yeah, you do. You think about the things that you've done together and the people who have had a positive effect on your life, and the people that you have too, because it's a symbiotic relationship. You know, it's not like you're just giving and giving and giving. You're lifting each other up. Oh, and I'm sorry. I'm glad I don't have my makeup on yet, because I'd be looking like a raccoon right now. Yeah, so yes, I think it's important to be of service. And so this work that you are called to do feeds into the energy of this reading. And that's what it really is. This is the fuel of life. And I believe that 100%. All right. All right. I got it. Okay, Pisces, I want to tell you I love you, and I do, and I thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor. Of course it is. And a pleasure for me to be able to bring these messages to you. And so, with that, I'll just say, if you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you would like to leave a comment, please do. I would love to hear from you. Yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, that's it. Happy. I'm trying to think there's so many things. It's just my head is like a little, it's not one hamster wheel. It's like 50 of them, and they're all like some kind of Escher painting, drawing. So yeah, let me let you go here. And we'll talk in a few days. I love you so much. I absolutely do, from the bottom of my heart. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and caretakers and mother figures. We love you. You keep the world going. You absolutely do. Thank you, and goodbye.